Trina, when did you get here?
After the snoring stopped and before the drool started.
I do not snore.
Want me to play it back?
No, thank you, and you better delete that.
No, I think I'll keep it, you know, for security purposes. Joss and Cam told me about stories from you back in the day. Sounds like you were a real pain in the butt.
Yeah, it's true that in my youth I was somewhat mischievous, but I didn't do any lasting harm. And please, Joss gave as good as she got. Just ask her.
I will.
So, how'd it go with your mom?
Not well.
Swear it.
What is it?
What's going on?
Did you find this letter in Ryan's room?
Yeah, with the others, I grabbed the whole stack. Why?
It's addressed to my son. What the hell is Ryan Chamberlain doing communicating to Spencer? I'll speak to the warden.
Oh, no, you won't. A warden's not going to be able to help you.
That psychopath is sending threats to my son and no one can do anything about it?
Hang on. I understand why you're angry. I'm angry. Panic, all right? All we know so far is that the letter has been returned. It looks like it hasn't been opened. So Spencer probably hasn't even read it. And if he did, wouldn't he have said something to you? What are you doing?
Tampering with the mail is a federal crime.
You can try me and throw me in prison. I'll have my attorney pull strings and have me sent here, which will make tearing Ryan apart that much easier.
I'm staying with Joss.
Oh, man. It went that badly?
It wasn't horrible. We didn't blow up at each other or anything. Or at least she didn't blow up at me.
So it's not like she kicked you out.
No, it was my choice to get some space. It's just, we talked, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. Or deal with it, or think about it. And I know that's all we'll do when we're together. Like, we could be deciding between Mexican and sushi, and I'd still be focused on how she messed up.
Always sushi, by the way.
So now what? Honestly, I don't know what to do. Maybe on some level, there's nothing I can do.
Except you can't sleep at Joss's indefinitely.
If you'd have asked me to tell you two truths, I would have said, 1, the sun rises in the east, and 2, my mom is a strong, honest, and fair person.
And now one of those isn't true.
And I hate it.
Well, what does it say?
See for yourself.
Spencer, I hope this letter finds you well. Do you remember when we first met? How fortunate that I sensed your potential and opted to catch and release. I understand you've grown into a formidable young man. My apologies for the disappointment called your father. Don't let this and Ava's selfishness stymie your progress. Looking forward to more tales of your exploits. Ryan. Okay, now you can panic.
We need to grow up, right? Be more sophisticated. Like Ava. She takes things in stride and doesn't get lost in the small stuff.
Okay, I know you idolized your boss, but look at the wreckage she's left behind. I'm just saying, Ava Jerome's made some bad calls too.
My point is, my mom is an adult and her business has nothing to do with me.
Of course it has to do with you.
What happened to changing my perspective? Seeing my mom as a flawed human being like everyone else?
And you should, but it doesn't mean that you're not affected by it. Look, the only advice I can give is don't do what I would do.
Which is...
A, I have a real tendency to go full throttle and mess up my life. I do something that I think will punish the other person, and even if I do, I usually wind up punishing myself in the process. Case in point, coming home and not telling my father that I was back in town. And now that we're starting to patch things up, there's still this huge secret between us.
And B?
Acknowledging that you're right to feel how you feel. She's your mom, and she messed up. You get to have a reaction to that.
Even if it's bad?
Even if.